Hello everyone, Simon here. Welcome back to Anno 1800. We are playing through the Invader storyline. There's a whole lot more running around, talking to people, and a lot less building stuff. Although I'm sure we're gonna build stuff soon enough.
Charts bury my desk.
I'm gonna delete that one because it's only one
The
skull.
laborers strike a hard surface. Fragments of lost history at last.
Ah, they've dug a giant hole in the ground.
Word on
Interesting.
the wind is that the spear has returned to Angereb. I fear this bodes great ill for Enbeza.
Yeah, calm down, asshole.
Ketema's forces burnt the harbor when they invaded. All the registries went up in flames.
Indeed.
Maintain bearing.
Our harbor records. Yes, of course, but the registry cannot leave the island. But we had a copy prepared for you.
Okay, cool.
A
Let
token
me
of my people's goodwill.
Let's place years 96, day 201. Arrivals, private skiff. Angereb crew, 1 male and 2 female. Post-lab day 1, day 1. Arrivals, patrol ship, Angereb crew, 1 male. Departures. Fishboat, Caduceus, hailing from crew, 1 male, destination. Oh, Angereb, look at that. Private ship, hailing from Angereb, crew, 1 female, destination. Shawa Lema province. Interesting. Find the fugitive ships on the shores of... Oh, really?
We have a flight path.
It's right there. Yara's memory is rumored to be the most ancient in all of Mahadesha, alright? Hey!
A ship, you say? Bearing a visitor? It was long ago. But I think I remember. Follow me.
Okay. He arrived in a fishing boat a few years before I was born. He never could say from where. He was kind to me. He made me bows and arrows to play at hunting, but I never knew his voice, as he had cut his own tongue. I didn't dare to ask why. I was often at his house. I remember it well, though it is now well overgrown. If you could clear the overgrowth, I would relish... If the guard was a mute, perhaps he wrote something. The house of the man who escaped Angereb on the evening of the murder of the last of the Elamais. Old man's armor. Rusty old breastplate bearing the crest of the Elamais. Armor of the Elamai guard, so he serves that legendary dynasty. Old man's desk strewn with old ink and rotten paper. His old desk, he was always writing here. See, there are some letters left. Last page of the diary of Mekdam's guard. No matter how long I stay, no matter how at home the locals make me feel, there's always a shadow. A flame over my shoulder. Somewhere inside, a part of me is still running, escaping the bloodshed of Angereb. Thomas rampage, the blades in my king's chest as he stood his ground to let his wife and son flee. I felled him so I could protect little Haile. But all I could do was leave the boy to run off into the city streets. My king's son, almost my own son, gone, and left to bear the terrible burden of his blood and trauma alone. I wish sometimes we had never left the palace nursery and found a way to hide there instead. It was such a quiet, beautiful place, a place of happier times, and wooden toy soldiers. Highly loved them so. May you find solace, my young king, in this life or the next, until we meet again, not long now.
One would not have guessed. He was so frail. His guard days were long ago, and he was afraid. He rests in peace now.
Uh-huh. Pick up the diary.
Engaging engines.
But he didn't bring the priest, the prince.
Take his diary, and may it keep his...
He did
Adjust
not
elevator flap.
bring the prince with him. Something about the nursery in the palace. Imagine doing this quest without a slow ship. Right?
The people celebrate your leadership.
Imagine doing this quest line with a slow ship. No way, right?
Have you found some trace of your quarry? The time has come for a new king, a new age. Let his rule be a time of glory for Angereb and generosity for its friends.
Uh-huh. Find out who is the traitor being crowned king. Caleb of the line of Selamawi. People of Angereb, our time has finally come. I am Caleb, distant descendant of Elamais through Tomasi, and rightful...
All hail King Caleb of Angereb, he who will free us of the usurper Ketema, and hail our friend who brought this joyous day upon us.
Uh-huh.
Ketema is not our king, but neither would we have war with him. If you will support our independence, he will have no choice but to comply.
Peace? We will have peace when the oath breakers hang from their gibbets. They will kneel or they will have war.
Meet with the princess to acknowledge or refuse Angereb's independence. Find a way to prevent Angereb's independence. Finding the legitimate heir would stop this conflict. You can always return to the diary you found in Wahadeshia. Points to a location in Angereb.
A visitor. Uncommon indeed. The place lost its favor when King Wag passed, and nobody cares for forsaken advisors like me.
If you intend to search this place, please be careful. Everything here is dear to my heart, bittersweet though the memories may be. For this is where the king drew his last breath.
One final
true?
look.
City becomes uglier, sure. You know what, stop being ugly. To my favorite guard. Tucked away out of sight, hiding place for Charles' favorite toy, slightly ajar. Inside, only one toy remains, a painted effigy of a soldier that once belonged to Haile.
To Haile, who feared the dark, and Wag, who turned and faced it. Could this mean King Wag was? King Wag's office holds the information. I have a key, but I doubt I should be welcome in the castle. You, on the other hand.
Uh-huh.
His apartments overlook the palace ruins, as I recall. Look to the upper floors.
Our ancestors did not break their chains only to serve an illegitimate ruler.
About the door? Click the T turns and the locked door opens. You find official documents as well as personal notes. Written in King Wag's hand, I still remember hiding and running. A prince in rags in a cruel city. Blood older than the tallest walls. Blood older than the tallest walls. But still shit for scraps of bread. But I have been avenged now. My brother Lemma, my mother, they all left me to die here as they fled 30 years ago. Now they've paid for their betrayal in blood. What have I become? Yet even now there is hope. My brother's son, Haile Ketema. I couldn't kill him. There is greatness in him beyond even our mightiest ancestors. He will be my legacy to Envaser, though few will know it. I will raise him, teach him, prepare him, and in time the Lion's War
for your help.
will echo
The
again
time
from the
has
high
come to
mountains.
choose a side. You stand with us, or against us.
Hadi Ketema, his brother's son. Retrieve King Wax's notes at the Angereb trading port. Oh my god, I have too many
Be
things.
strong.
Sky's the limit.
I don't have space.
The Emperor should know of this. Bring him King Wag's notes and tell no one else.
I'm gonna pick that up. Deliver King Wax's notes to Ketema's Clipper.
We have a flight path.
Alright, so I want to pick up what I just dropped.
Engines engaged.
I need a bigger ship. Ketema is the lost prince.
Your search has been fruitful. So it is true. My father spoke of the pride of Selamawi's blood, but I had always thought it merely inspirational.
Really? Okay, now what? Angereb, a final chance at peace. Meet the princess. Ketema is the real king. He's the real Really? Make a decision. Alright, now I do this, right? A final chance at peace. At last, the muster of Angereb's forces is complete. It's in no small part due to your support, my friend. So tell me, what is the Emperor's proposal? Does he recognize our independence? The Emperor refuses to acknowledge Angereb as a sovereign state. The Emperor is willing to acknowledge Angereb's sovereignty. Is this right? Refuse to acknowledge Angereb's sovereign state. Then your Emperor is a fool, for if he will not grant us our independence, then we shall take it to war. Hear me out, there's more to this. Ketema, the last of the Elamais, I would call you a contemptible liar for uttering such outrageous words. Were it not for the visit of a strange old man wearing the coat of arms of Meckham's guard, not long before your arrival. He spoke similar words and said he had entrusted proof to a stranger, a foreigner. One person may lie, but two of different allegiances and histories. We are not fool enough to deny the truth. Angereb will serve the line of Selamawi, whomever the last of that line may be. We will pledge our fealty to Ketema the Elamais. Alright, great. Retrieve the Spear of the
By this
Elamais.
spear and the blood of those who ruled by it will our oath stand. Bring it to our Emperor.
Alright, good.
You have convinced us of Lord Ketema's virtue. We shall yield to him our fealty upon the Spear of Selamawi and be united.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad nobody has to die today. It would suck if I had to kill you. Alright, okay, I get it. So I'm guessing if you just took the spear to Ketema without proving that he's the heir, then these guys would rebel anyway. Is what I'm guessing.
Onward.
I don't know. Maybe you can play the story the other way and see what happens. Yeah, I think they would rebel anyway, and you would still have to find out that he's the real prince, and then they'll submit. I mean, these are all quest items. These are all quest items. Do I hold on to these after the quest is over? So the story is interesting and all, but this is not really Anno. Anno is about building supply chains and building cities and having your ships transport stuff. What we're doing now is not really Anno, so...
oath of fealty, then it is well and truly over. For oaths are not taken lightly in Mbesa. At last we will have peace.
Alright, good.
Though I loathe to part with it, please, take the spear. You have fought hardest for it. May it bring peace to you as well.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
In your brave work on Angereb, you have uncovered facts about my heritage I didn't know myself. I have agreed, per Angereb's request, to raise monuments here to Hitia the trader and strengthen our newfound bonds.
Why would you give me the spear? Are you insane?
On our way.
That's not how that works. The spear is the symbol of your sovereignty. You can't give away the symbol of your whole kingdom's sovereignty to some stranger. Are you insane? That's not how sovereignty works. Visitation, exorcism.
Mark of dread upon us.
Each sailor strides with inner conviction. Alright, great. Gonna put that away. Okay, what do we have next? Select the artifacts to excavate them. Alright, back to this. An ancient pillar seemingly holding the library before Syria burnt it down. The vase is adorned with the image of a solar
Quite a
king
store of
radiating
history
flames.
hidden here. More than anticipated. It shall remain exposed while the search continues.
Right. Sealed vase. Kept safe from flames in the sealed vase, the ancient tapestry is still quite beautiful despite its fading colors. It portrays the invasion of Kidusi and the theft of strange... can the text last a little longer? One of the walls of the old library's roof, long destroyed, extensive carvings portray the early history of Mbesa, Queen Shaba's dominion of Mbesa, the peaceful meeting of Ket... Why is the text so fast? Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna go back, watch the video, and just pause the video to see what the text says. The ancient and elaborately inscribed headstone is still partly decipherable. It is an inventory of ships of trade from here and from the island, everything thousands of years old. Select the headstone. An ancient registry of ships and their inventory from the harbor on Kidusi. Arrival and departure of ships and goods, one fragment. Very bottom of the headstone seems comparatively much better state. Does not produce goods. Okay. As Kidusi does not produce goods according to ancient precepts, proof
Our
of the...
predecessors in the Golden Age saw that Kidusi Anitoni's purpose was not to produce goods, but wisdom.
Right.
The excavation can resume, but do inspect the statue. It may inspire you to write your chronicles.
Inspect the statue? The pillar? Radiating flames, perhaps the reason for its destruction.
I suspected there was more to this project than they let on. I sense underhanded ambitions to support their independence.
Yeah, no, calm down, bro. Look. They don't produce anything. So the only way they can survive is if they trade with you. Do you understand? And they don't have anything to trade either. The only thing they have to trade is knowledge. Like a library cannot exist on their own because they don't produce food, they don't produce clothes, they don't build houses, they don't do anything. So they can only exist as part of a larger kingdom. Invasion of Kidusi and the theft of strange plants, perhaps legendary deathless crazes thought so desperately by King Surya. The theft of strange plants. Ancient scriptorium. Investigate the headstone before they reach the bottom. Proof the... Wait. Comparatively in a much better state of conservation as though it is far younger than the rest. Wait a minute.
These fabled lands exist after all.
Oh, maybe it is fake. The part that says they don't produce anything. Bag of carving tools. Tools used to carve stone. Someone may help you. Where? Who's gonna help me? Prove the findings were fraudulent.
I wasn't there when they pulled it out. I was staring longingly at the picture you gave me.
Ah, bro.
I wanted a look, but they told me a priestess was examining it. When I returned from my break, the stone was back in the earth.
There must be some clues at the site. Oh no! I only have 12 minutes left. Wait, there was a... No? Someone, possibly a priest, seems to have altered it. There must be some clues at the site near the headstone. Carving tools? Okay. I've done that before. The bag of tools belonged to Priestess Lila. Alright, Lila lives here. No, Lila lives there.
Emperor or not,
Keep
these
out
walls were
of the
ancient
terraces as
and
well.
an even came to power.
Left my walking stick at the temple? Am I supposed to find Lila? I left my walking stick at the temple. Does that mean anything?
Where ghosts tread.
Oh no. Oh, there it is. Up on the table sits a letter addressed to Lila. Lila, lies and truth are not absolute. They are defined by the context within which they are uttered. Only the gods can utter truth. We are bound to imperfect assessments, individual at best. Altering the stone is one such assessment. Some will call it fabrication, but is it not our duty to ensure the will of the gods is on earth as it is above? This provides a greater narrative, a truth in keeping with what we have defended and upheld for millennia. We will gain much, and so uphold the greater truth of the gods by transforming the lesser imperfect truth of mundane men. Copy the original text, then throw it in the well. Perhaps one day that truth will be every bit as needed as its destruction is today. When we have all been long returned to dust, but that time is not now. Be discreet, be skillful. Okay. Chucked it in the well. There are fragments of ceramic in the well, ancient and worn. One of them is inscribed, a manifesto of ships and cargo, similar to the headstone found in the excavation, but strikingly lacking the last freshly carved sentence.
Must have thought poor Wahadesha folk would not notice. but we are wise in the old law. You have to confront them.
Excavation stopped. The workers are focused on the revelation of the head priestess. Well, priestess, you lied. And thus everything you have are forfeit. So you found my note to Lionel. I did not expect you to be so astute, but I cannot deny there is some relief in not having to hide it anymore. I suppose you want to know why I did such a thing. I know why. I want to know what you're gonna give me in exchange. The deceit is for your own selfish profit. I believe you wish to protect your faith whatever the cost. Yeah, I know what you did and I know why you did it. How much are you gonna pay me now? Our faith and our duty are intertwined. To document history beyond the reach of mortal men, whether kings, tyrants, or passing ephemerals. Khetimer's dream of an empire does not accommodate this truth. So if deceit is the only way to remain beyond his grasp, to remain true to our divine mission, then there is no illegitimate ways to preserve this island and its soul. Your mission is to document the truth. When you lie, you abandon your mission. Khetimer did not force you to abandon your mission. You chose to abandon your mission when you chose to lie. However noble you think what you did is fabrication is a lie. Perhaps there are things worth lying for, worth preserving. No, you just crapped all over your own mission, your own divine mission. However noble you intend what you did is fabrication is a lie. A lie, though we may have no proof of the veracity of our creed's tenets. You have no better evidence of them being untrue. I may have falsified evidence, but that in no way invalidates our fundamental truth. But perhaps such understanding is beyond one of such foreign ideas. Let us not idle further. Condemn or condone us. I have no power over you. I can only trust you will do what is right. I mean, you've already done what is not right. I mean, the thing is, if you really believed, you wouldn't need to fabricate evidence. You would trust that the evidence you find would prove that you are right. My Lord Khetimer must hear of this. I will remain silent at least for now. Let's finish excavating and see what we find. I'm interested in the truth. You prove the quality of your soul. May the Lord reward you for it. Now, if you excuse me, duty calls. Alright, keep
The
digging.
good of those entrusted to us often requires compromises.
You're not off the hook yet, lady. Alright, so I was saying that maybe I want to expand this, right?
It is such a privilege to pass on one's wisdom.
Let's say we need 800 more elders.
See how the sun shimmers.
800 more elders. Which means we really want... We have 900 there. So we want to increase the shepherds to like 2,000. Maybe more. Right. We want to at least double. Let's say we want to increase that to 200 houses. To do that, we need to double all the production of all the basics that the shepherds need. Right? So, milk. What are we producing? We're consuming 4, producing 6. So we want to up this to at least 10. So 2 more milk things. Right. 2.
Oh, I didn't expect you there.
2 more milk things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, 4. We can't fit anything else there. That's kind of awkward, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Right.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
Okay, cool. So now we have enough milk to double the population. We kind of already have enough finery to double the population. But maybe we want to have more than this, just in case. What is this? Hibiscus farm. This is the linseed farm. We can't fit another linseed farm there, but we can fit it here if I move this. Right, let's reconsider this one. Wait, what? Construction area blocked? Oh, okay, that's already got stuff on it. Right, 96. And then this one. $66. 96. This is 2, 1, and 2.
Don't think you'll be getting any more.
51, 72, 96, and then one more
The boulder
here.
fell upon a man's leg at the site. We have treated it, but he is asking specifically for you.
All right. That's awkward. 96. Right, 2 of those. I mean, ooh, isn't that awkward though? Couldn't I? No, I can't. That could be better. Anyway, 1 of these and 2 of these. I'm gonna need more space for this stuff. Let me...
How about a cup of coffee? You've been playing for 2 hours.
That, and let's say that. Alright, so we have more finery. Excavation interrupted. The workers will not continue until wounded worker is safe. Inspect the wounded worker.
My family must worry. Could I be taken home to Wahadesha? I'm no use here anymore anyway.
Really?
If you could...
Deliver the wounded worker to Wahadesha trading post.
Get this thing moving.
It seems an eternity since I last saw these shores. How the wind sings. May we disembark?
Sure can.
A familiar place and friendly faces. There is no better medicine. Thank you.
Alright, excavation restarted.
We have a flight path.
So now we have twice as much of those. Alright, dried meat is the next one. Dried meat really is the... So 3. Double that to 6. We want 8, so we do want to double the dried meat. Regarding this. And also, can we join up the two systems? Like if I do that, what happens? Capacity 265? Oh, that does join up the two systems. That's real convenient, actually. But maybe not there? So here we need roads. This. Fill that in. Right. But this... Let me join that up. I'm not sure what happens there. I'm not sure I want the road there. How far does that go? Crap. How far is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, just one more that way. That's all I wanted. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a little bit ugly. Maybe we can squeeze a few more squares out of this if we go that way. Right, squeeze a few more squares out of that. And then, let's say, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, dried meat. We said 2 of those, right? We're at 3 out of 4, we want to be up to 6 out of 8. We do want to have a little bit of surplus. 1 of those, 2 of those, 1 of those. A little bit closer. One of these. It's overloaded there already. Alright, I'm gonna overload a bit more. And then 2 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Except we're gonna need a warehouse. Alright, that reaches. Nice. Not that one. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, 8 out of 6, 6 out of 3. Oh wait, that's only 6? Wait a minute, what? Oh, this is improved by it's only 1 of each. I want
timing.
8.
We
don't
come
I?
upon the lowest room of the library, covered with verse in the ancient script.
Okay, we want 1 more of these. And then 1 more of these, wherever that goes. Let's stick it somewhere else. Okay, I didn't... It's 1 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these for 2. Yeah, okay, so 8, 8, 8. So that doubles to 4, that doubles to 6. That doubles to 8 out of 10. And then it's the hibiscus tea, but we want to do the quest first. Alright, we're gonna come back to that later on. Oh, before I do that, how many workers have I used? Oh, there's no workers. See, this is the problem with all this, right? It uses up so much workforce. It uses up so much workforce. Right? Trade union. It's the mountain though, I don't want to put it in the mountain. But that's fertile soil. Alright, I'm gonna move all of this. Gonna move that. Move that over as well. Move that there. A road there. Nope. Nope. Not this one. This one. Put that there. Road. Put that there. That's kind of awkward. But it's awkward no matter what, I feel like. Alright, let's do that. And then we're gonna put one of these there. Alright, get a bunch of people back. And then we're gonna move all the other production that's not inside this circle over here. Yeah, it's super awkward how...
I can teach you how to do this if you wish.
How many people is required? No. Dry house. Alright. So that's better. I feel much better already. Maybe I can also... I need to take a break. Maybe this? We change this. Can I fit all of these down there? 1, 2, 3. I move this across. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm so good at this. Alright, so we have 1 extra square there.
It wouldn't
That's
take
wasted.
much to prepare more land.
But we can do that. We can do that. 96. Oh, so efficient. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take a break here. You know what? Like, this is Anno, okay? So all this storyline about finding the prince and getting the spear and excavating the old library, it's a cool story, but that's not Anno. Anno is trying to fit these puzzle pieces to maximize your efficiency. This is Anno. See you next time.